Nollywood actress Lolo has shared her stance on the number of women publicly embracing sex work, stating that they are devaluing hard work for money. Lolo expressed her concerns about how openly some women discuss making money through sex work, I beg your pardon, and flaunting their wealth, which she believes sends the wrong message to young people striving to succeed through legitimate means. Okay, so she said if you can blatantly, I beg your pardon, come out and say you are a sex worker, you asked someone for money and I get it you get it and you bought a car, and when you told me she bought a house, she bought this, she bought that, what do you think every other average person would look at? Question for thought. She argued that the growing acceptance of sex work is diminishing the importance of hard work and effort. Sex workers are downplaying the value of hard work. They are downplaying the value of sweating, of growing something, of doing legitimate work. I keep telling women in my circle that your body is not a shop. Maybe I belong to an extinct or slowly dying generation. But for somebody to blatantly come out and say this is what I do, and say this is what I do for money, I'm beginning to rethink many things. Okay, society has lost its sense of shame. Then let's just make it legitimate. Let's just make it a legitimate thing. Lolo also stated that as sex work becomes more openly discussed, it may eventually become a full legitimate profession. Some of them would even tell you they don't kill anyone. My body, my choice. So if this has become a thing, the time for legitimizing it is coming close. So the same way people can call themselves bankers and oil workers, you can totally say you are a sex worker. Gone are the days when there was nothing to show for it. Now, if you see the way these ladies live, I would come to you on this particular one, Victory. What do you make of this story? As a lady that you are seeing these things nowadays, there's this beautiful name they give it, hookup.
Okay.
But is there another name that I don't know?
Hookup. Is hookup? That's the general name now. That's the general name and it's trending.
Aside prostitution, that has been there for decades. But generally, what do you make of this story actually?
So this is so this story actually was on board.
You were saying that this is like the prevalent thing, the trending thing. So ladies now, this is like a thing for them. They must.
Yes. So they target hookup, and it's everywhere. Like the name is like it's even sweet where they say I should hook up, just like the way guys will come out and say I'm a Yahoo boy, as I'm a hookup babe. Like, and it's trending everywhere. So when you go to social media, you see them displaying their bodies, and they're advertising their goods. Their body is now their goods. They display it. So when you ladies, like, they no longer wear bra. You won't see any lady, like, most of those ladies, they will wear their clothes without bra. Their nipples will be showing, like, pumping, they're freestyling themselves, showing you that they have the package, like, this is, like, it's happening. So no more morals, like, everything they were taught when they were tender, their parents taught them, are no longer there. So the only thing now, like, the only thing they have upstairs is, let me show my body, let me make money, like, and it's just for money. Just for money. So you say your body, you display your body just for money. And even the younger ones, the teenagers who don't know the outcome of these things, they mimic the elder ones. They mimic them, okay, without making money. You just go to social media, you see people displaying, wearing indecent dresses, okay. So it's trending, okay.
Do you think there's a time would come where, just like she said, we have bankers, we have journalists, like you have myself, you have broadcasters, you have this and that, you have different different works and you see how they are legitimized, do you think there's a time will come where they would legitimize sex work?
Are you saying, do I think the time will come, or this is
like
this is the time?
They would it will have that name now. Everybody will now know that, okay, so this thing now, nothing now.
Yes. Work. So what do you do for a living? I'm a hookup babe.
Yeah.
Like, of
is
course,
that already happening?
It's getting there. It's getting there. Yes, it's getting there. Of course, it's getting there. Okay. I think there is this musician there is this last trending song about Seda Bosch.
Okay.
Okay, so that her toto is 2M.
Oh, geez,
like,
the word. Please mind your language. Please take care of yourself, please.
So you see, it's already happening. You're mentioning the amount you pay to have the person's body. You're trading your body. Yeah. So this thing you're asking is already happening.
Yeah. Okay, please. But anytime you're on air, please just mind the language, please, because we have younger ones that are listening. So advice to young ladies that are seeing this particular thing and they feel this is like the norm now. This is the life. Advice to young ladies.
Okay, advice for young ladies out there. So this is not the right thing. Even your conscience will let you know that this thing is not the right thing. So you don't need to expose your body. There are works you can do. There are so many opportunities out there waiting for, even if you're not educated. There are things you can do to make money. So it's not only when you display your body, it's not only when you do hook up that you get money. So you're just losing yourself. You're losing yourself.
But before you continue, don't you think that these people have done these things and they don't seem to get this job, so to speak? That is why they decide to go into this particular thing. Because I've heard of a story where a lady went to look for a job somewhere. She went to look for this gig and the person in charge asked to sleep with her. Do you get? Now, this person is the person in charge. I've also heard scenarios where she goes to look for a gig too, like an acting gig, and somebody says, okay, before I give you this gig, I'll have to sleep with you, and this person is not the boss. Now when you sleep with this person, that particular person goes to tell the other person, okay, this person is coming to you. It's like, almost, why do that just to get one rickety gig that after doing it, I don't even know how long this thing will trend? Why not just go and do the main thing and be collecting my money? When I collect my money and go my way.
You see, so yes, this is actually happening. Okay, it's actually happening, and most times is maybe what they encountered that led them to doing it, right? So when you went to seek for a job and then the boss tells you, before you get this job, you have to sleep with me. So, and the lady doesn't have any choice than to just do it. But as for young ladies, it's not advisable to, you mustn't sleep with that boss for you to get that job. So I believe that whatever things you're destined to have, you have it. You have it. So you mustn't do that for you to get a particular job. And for other girls out there mimicking the ones that are displaying their bodies because it looks fun, you want to feel among, okay? So it is not advisable, because later you're going to regret those things. You're going to regret those things, okay? And probably, when they talk about sex has this it has a lot of disadvantages.
Oh, okay.
Like now.
Okay, can you mention some of the disadvantages, please? I'm so excited and I want to hear it.
Of course, so many demerits. So, okay, after sleeping with a man, probably if you don't contact a particular disease, you might, for example, you might probably get pregnant, or for those ones that are experts that they won't have it. When you're having this with someone, you're actually sharing your spirit.
Oh, okay.
There's this exchange.
How does that happen? She's taking on spiritual now. I'm trying to get myself together so I understand what is going on. Yes, please. You said there's an exchange. Exchange of what exactly?
Of course, so don't want to go biblical, okay? So there's this saying that sex is spiritual. Okay, it's spiritual. So when you're doing it with your partner, that's why when they say when you meet a man, okay, after having a sex with a man, you both becomes one because you have shared your blood, you have shared your blood, okay. So but then those ladies going about sleeping with different men, okay, just for fun or just to get money, now count the number of blood, spirits and things you've mingled yourself with, you've contacted. So this sex thing, it's actually not it just doesn't worth a lady to.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm taking this with a pinch of salt. How true is this? This feels like some sort of dogma, so to speak. Because how would you relate sex to spirits? I don't know. I'm trying to understand how that works. If you can help me out.
Okay. So like I said, okay, now if we go back to the Bible, okay, let's take it to the Bible right now.
She's taking me to church.
Of course, I know you're a church person already. Ooh. So it says that bring the man and the woman together. Okay. You understand? So it says that bring that, and that's why most times when you see a man and a woman living together, maybe after having sex for some time, they start looking like each other.
Okay.
So you see,
happens.
Yes, you see new couples now. So after marriage, you see between 6 months and 1 year, you will see they will have this resemblance between them. Yeah, that is the work of sex. But you won't see it. It's not visible. This is what happens.
So when you are somebody that encounters different men consistently, so you just be looking like all of them at the same time.
Not that you're looking like what I thought. No, you mustn't look like them. You're not like you mustn't look. But there is this spirit you're contacting from these men. There is this. That's why even when you give birth to a child, your child must maybe look is the work of sex.
This is actually a very huge topic, and there are a whole lot of perspective and sides to the story. I'm sure we're not going to end this conversation today because there are a lot of things going on in this head of mine, and there are questions I want to ask, but sadly we are out of time, and this is where we wrap it up on today's episode of ATN Gents. And thank you